Hello y'all. Welcome to part 3 of my Iraqi Republic playthrough in Hearts of Iron 4 mod, Novum Vexillum. Do keep in mind I am using a sub-mod called Novum Vexillum Global Conflict. With that out of the way, in part 2, for whatever reason, the United States of America decided to attack us. And so now we are trying to do everything we can within our power to push the Americans into the Persian Gulf and from their naval base here. And at this moment, let me go ahead and justify on Kurdistan. Get that done now. That would take 110 days. And we also have this huge second Gulf War decision mechanic to keep track of. Basically, if we don't win the war fast enough or take control of Kurdistan and the U.S. naval base, bad things will happen. The Iraqi army will collapse. The unfortunate part is I do have to justify on Kurdistan. I wouldn't have even known this without game knowledge, so I just was not aware of this. That's my bad. Now, I need to start building some anti-air in Baghdad and Mosul, probably, because we're fighting the entire air force of NATO. They all decided to help the Americans here, so just set up some air bases. Some anti-air. You can just see how many planes are up against us now. I'm not even going to bother to deploy the Air Force. Look at this. This is absurd. We're fighting so many planes. They make a huge difference, too, because as we try to advance on this base, we can't break through. There's just too many planes. We would win otherwise, I would think. Let me actually stop this offensive line we have drawn up here and just go on the full defensive and hold out and hope they don't try to break out of their one province naval base, because if they do, that could create a huge problem for the Iraqi army, who is pretty battered and beaten at this point. We have taken 31,000 casualties. The Americans have taken 11,000. We have paused our offensive. State-owned armories is done. We got more military factories now. And in the focus tree, let's go ahead and do fund public schools to get faster research speed. And let me put some factories on. Factories on what? Factories on one on motorized and one on main battle tanks, since we need a lot more T-72s. And here's some Lend-Lease. Lend-Lease from Iron Guard, Romania. They're going to send us some mechanized and motorized. Thank you, Romania. And Saudi Arabia, well, to Sultanate of Arabia, the fundamentalists are in charge now. They want to send us Cold War anti-tank, motorized, support equipment, and one BMP-2 on a monthly basis. I will take that so much. Thank you. I appreciate the aid here. And with that said, I think even though the Sultanate of Arabia is aiding us, they have military access with the Americans. Like, the USA can go through their territory. Partisan national news company, downscales, carry on or help it out, maybe. And I need to get some volunteers soon, call for some volunteers among the Arab nations to try and get Iraq more units in the field, since we need all the divisions we can get. I'm a little worried here we're going to be hit with some big supply issues because we have so many divisions just watching these two provinces, and that could be a problem because that attrition issue could possibly lead. We have bad supply, yeah, I'm aware. It could lead to the Americans going on offensive at some point. Not right now, though. I just need them to get distracted. I need that to ultimately happen. And can I call in those volunteers yet? Yes, I can. Come on, get those volunteers. And let me read this event now. From across the Middle East, some Arabs have come to our country to take arms and help us push back the invader. Not that many, though. Less than half of what I hoped for. And some volunteers have spawned in Baghdad. Bring this unit down to Army 1 and have them hold out near Basra and Al-Ful and just watch the area. We may have to defend our country from naval invasions that could attack these provinces we have captured. That would be an issue. I'm hoping we can hold on to this province to the east of Kuwait, because if we lose it, the Americans, they have decrypted our cipher. That's bad. The Americans who have military access to the Kingdom of Kuwait could just flow in troops freely from their territory, that naval base there, and that could be a problem. And we can doctrine available now. Give me superior firepower, please. Do that. We just got to hold the line. That's all we got to do for now until the Americans get busy with something else. If they do it all, we could potentially just collapse, because we can't do nothing. A new division has been deployed. Send them to Army 1 as well. Army 1 is now full of divisions and unassigned divisions. Don't worry about it. Just keep holding the line, please. Don't get destroyed. That's all I need you to do. Do not get destroyed. Hold your lines. How many troops do they even have there at this point? I don't know. Let's attack with one division to see. One infantry division will do scouting work. They have 4 divisions at a minimum there. I couldn't see the other ones. I guess they have 2 in reserve. There's some volunteers. Hold them back. They don't get very far. A couple of Italian divisions. They launched a naval invasion at our ports in a province we captured. It did not go well. Let's now research modern support weapons. I hope we don't collapse. The Iraqi army collapses. It's over for us. It has to be. And how many more days until we can fight Kurdistan? That will be in July, I think. July 2001, yeah. So we have a few more months there. So just keep holding out. Don't deploy the Air Force. Although I do have some planes. I have some new air wings. Is that right? No, there are no airplanes in reserve. They're just not doing anything. If I deploy these planes, they'll get destroyed. They'll get annihilated. Like, this is ridiculous. There's so many planes. There's so many aircraft in the sky that aren't our own in Iraq. There's some disaster there that occurred. Keep holding the line. We have 107 days now until our war economy gives out. I don't want that to happen, but it might. It just might occur. Keep holding the line. Hold it down. Don't give up. Keep defending. They're trying to break out. Just deter them. There's one Italian division attempting it. They're not getting anywhere. They have supply issues themselves, so it's not so bad. Just make sure you don't break through. Hold your line. Hold your ground. For the sake of the Iraqi Republic and Saddam Hussein, these troops are not breaking through. This is 2 Italian divisions, 1 Italian division and 1 Polish division. They cannot break through. Good. So we're holding our line as we should, and as long as we can keep them locked in this port, that would be ideal. And now we have 94 days until something bad happens to us. And once that war goal justification for Kurdistan is done, I'm not going to immediately do anything. I want to see if the Americans are going to move. And let's complete support government's business now to get that focus done and get 2 off-map civilian factories. The reason I'm not going to just attack Kurdistan right away, once that focus is complete, is because potentially the Turks, the Republic of Turkey, could come crashing down, could come south from their territory down through Kurdistan into Iraq and hit Mosul and Baghdad. We'd be pretty vulnerable if we attacked Kurdistan without securing this area down here. So I'm trying to say we need to dedicate our entire army to pushing into Kurdistan to guarantee some kind of victory in the future if we do declare war on them at all. And how much damage have we? Okay, that's a lot of infrastructure damage, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, that is rough. So we're trying to build anti-air right now. The first one will be ready. The enemy still has not pushed through our territory. Good. There's an offensive move there. 1 Italian division is trying to break out. It doesn't go anywhere. Good. Can the USA just get busy with something else, please? I just need a distraction or something. Just keep them busy. Go do something else. Please, USA, please. Al Gore, stop fighting Iraq. Please. Go fight someone else. That isn't us. So we're just holding the line still. I'm glad we just didn't just get blown away when they first declared war on us. We were able to go into offensive initially and capture a couple provinces and lock them into this port. How many divisions do they have there now? Let's attack from 1 division, or never mind. They have 1 division going on the offensive, doesn't go anywhere. Good. Have we lost any divisions in this war yet? We have 65, so no. Let me try to attack just to see. That is 3 divisions with 11 reserves. That is a lot of troops. Wow. Yeah, that's going to be a fun unit. That's going to be fun to try and kick them out of that base. We now have 50-some days to justification for Kurdistan is done, and Syria and Israel are doing something. I can't fight Kurdistan yet. They're not going to get guaranteed by anyone, I think. But at the same time, if we attack them, they'll probably end up joining NATO, which is something I will have to deal with. I don't want that to happen, honestly. So just keep holding our line here. Don't move. Do I send these two other armies up there to Kurdistan? No. I know it would be bad if we just attacked them now. I'm just waiting for the opportunity to come. How bad will the collapse be if we choose not to do anything? I'm honestly curious. If our army collapses, I imagine it would be quite brutal. We'll lose a lot of divisions. We'll get a big debuff or something. Maybe. Perhaps. How many divisions do they have now in this port? That is so many reserves. Oh my goodness, Turkey is really helping out the Americans here in the Middle East. And I'm glad we don't share a border so much. That would be bad in this situation. So just keep holding out. Don't give up. Hold the line. Get this unit down from Samava down to Basra and get to Al-Fol and just hold the line. But yeah, if Turkey bordered us, they could just go right into our territory. We'd have to move our divisions around and fight on 2 fronts, which is something I don't want. The USA has decrypted our cipher. Again, stop it. Just stop it. And can I get a military high command? Don't worry about them. Not important. Levy. Looking at different laws here. Local law enforcement. Immigration policy. Okay, forget this. That's not really useful to me. And does this war goal in Kurdistan ever expire? I don't think it does. So just keep holding out still. I'm just waiting for the moment to come, if it ever does. And we're about to go under in about 20 days. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to a potential collapse of the army. I can't do anything. I can't. I can launch a last-ditch offensive to see what happens. Like, take the entire First Army. This is my best troops. Have them attack the naval base. Yet I'm not making any progress there. There's so many divisions there. We can't break through them. Can't do it. Can't do it at all. They have so much air support, too. That is the big issue. Like, I cannot fight these planes. We cannot fight them in the sky. Like, look at this. There's so many planes. Deploy the Air Force in a last-ditch effort before our economy gives out. Deploy them. Get shot down or do whatever. Do air superiority. They're already taking casualties now. As you can tell, they're trying. So fight them for air superiority. Go on one last offensive. Try to push here. And does it make a difference at all? I'm not so sure if it does or not. It doesn't. We just cannot break through them. Do we stop our Air Force from getting destroyed? I don't know. Complete take their land. And how bad would this collapse be? We have 7 days. Go ahead and stop the Air Force from doing anything. This isn't going anywhere. These planes are just going to all get shot down. They're fighting way too many enemies. Yeah, just stop. Just stand by. Please stand by. Don't get annihilated over this. And I wonder how bad this collapse will be. Are we just going to lose all of our divisions instantly? That is what's going to happen? I don't know. We have 1 day left, so let's see. Waiting for the collapse now, and I need to research. Oh, take their land is being done. And the Iraqi army collapses. And we do not have the resources to continue to fight any longer. Maybe this is time for peace? And Iran... Oh, some kind of ceasefire. Sure. And we have begun a ceasefire. So no more war for us? Is that right? Are we now fighting no one? Okay, we're alive. So, I mean, that's not necessarily bad. So let's go invade Kurdistan and see what happens there. This could be a horrible mistake. Bring these units around, though. Let's move into Kurdistan. What's the world tension at? 29%. They could try to join a faction. I don't know if they will or not. But we're no longer at war with anyone, so Kurdistan is open for the Iraqi army. And the Lend-Lease is being canceled, I think. Are we going to be attacked again? I hope not. I really hope not. We're going to have to go fight Kurdistan. So with that done, Partisan National News Company downscales, fund a bailout, and come on, hold on, I'm trying to see here. Fund a bailout, get that done. And someone was killed in the USA. Let's start this war now. Our military is here. And I don't think Kurdistan will have much of an air force to oppose us like NATO did. So deploy the entire Iraq Air Force and do close air support missions, please. And let's see what happens with this offensive. So we're ready to go. Declare war now. This could be a mistake. Hopefully it isn't. No one's guaranteeing them. So I'm just going to take that as the green light. Go forward. Attack. Go. Come on, be more aggressive. Aggressively execute the battle plans. Capture those areas for the country. At least we got some Lend-Lease out of the war. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Just take these areas, though. They don't have enough troops to really stop us. So that's fine by me. And do we invade anyone else since we survived that war? I don't know. We could try to go up against Syria. Yeah, let's justify on them. That would take 265 days. It's fine though. And I don't know what the USA is going to try to do. Keep advancing though. They're losing ground slightly. Keep attacking these provinces. They don't have enough manpower to stop us ultimately. So that's a good thing. I really need more manpower. I need more factories really. Manpower is not a problem. The factories are an issue. We don't have enough equipment for our army. That is a big problem. So keep advancing though. We should win this war soon, I hope. Kurdistan is fighting pretty hard, but we have huge number advantages, so we're going to cut their country in half effectively. And after this is all said and done, we're going to now have a border with Turkey, which that will be fun. So keep advancing here, take a few more states. They only have 1 state under their control, so I'm hoping if we get a victory... What in the world happened there? What? Wait, what? Are we in NATO? I'm confused. That just happened. Okay, I guess we're now American Iraq. Well, I don't know what to say about this. Although, with that said, I don't think I can even justify on anyone anymore. Which is, yeah, I cannot declare wars. I'm a puppet now. That is, okay, well, I think, honestly, I can't really continue this series at this point because we are effectively a puppet of the USA through an event I was not even aware of. So, that is that, and I can't declare wars on anyone, even if this war justification is done. We can't declare war because we are a puppet of the Americans. That is interesting. But anyway, this is going to be the end of my Iraqi Republic playthrough series in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod Novum Vexillum here. And honestly, usually in Novum Vexillum, Iraq just gets beaten all the time by the USA just due to how warfare in Hearts of Iron 4 works and due to the overwhelming firepower and such and stuff like that. But anyway, you can check out Novum Vexillum and Novum Vexillum Global Conflict in the video description. The link to both mods are there. Like I said, this is the end of my Iraqi playthrough series, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe.